Good morning, YouTube. It's your man, Always George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, I want to dedicate this is a very special dedication to my brothers, Reef the Watcher and XA Gucci23. As you know, we're big fans of wrestling. And this is some sad news to say in a way. It's the official retirement of The Taker. Oh, God. I mean, I grew up watching wrestling ever since I can remember. And, Undertaker is one of those guys I put up there with Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, Sting, Ric Flair. Those great, guys who just were legendary. As you know, if you don't know that officially he retired, and he retired 30 years from the time he joined up with WWF, not WWE, WWF. And that's been 30 years. And he's been with them for 30 years. He's been in the game for over almost, I would say, 40. I remember he started out originally. His real name is Mark Calloway, but he was called also Mark Callis, meaning Mark Callis. He was partners with Sid Vicious back in WCW, and then he came over to WWE a year after that. And then originally he was brought in by Brother Love. You remember Brother Love said, "I love you." That stupid thing. He's supposed to be like a televangelist, and he brought in the Undertaker. And he kind of wrecked things. I mean, that one trick he used to do, walk on the ropes. Oh my God! And then that song, his theme music, doom 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 doom. That bong bong bong. I mean, as kids, we used to like that one part. We take off his hat and he rolled his eyes to the back of the head, and me and my brothers, he say, "He has no eyes. He has no eyes." That's crazy. I grew up with the Undertaker when he had the black hat, the black and the purple gloves. This was the Undertaker I grew up with. And he was a classic. I used to love that. And then a few years later, he joined up with, Paul Bearer. You remember Paul Bearer carried the urn and said, "Oh, my Undertaker." And he passed away some years ago, Paul Bearer. And then, they had a great connection, him and Paul Bearer. And then all his matches, those, Hell in the Cells with, and all those, also the casket match, and those was legendary, you know. He's been a champion, several times he's been um, heavyweight champion, and he's been tag team champion. I think he also was Intercontinental champion for a while. I think he beat Razor Ramon for that title some years ago. And then his rivalries with, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. Like I said, him, Mick Foley, that Hell in a Cell he did years ago, that was just crazy. I mean, Mick Foley still talks about it today. You know, even his uh love relationship with his half brother Kane, which not really his half brother, it was just but that's if you watch the show. I mean, like they would come out, they do the thing when the fire and stuff like that, and one thing I want to forget about that time he was like the biker. I want to forget about that. I just I don't want to remember that. I just that was I know he's wanting to get away from the Undertaker, but he's always gonna be the Taker. You know, just one of the greats. And he has that record, for over 20 years, going to WrestleMania, 21 undefeated time. I mean, 21 times undefeated straight. He did that. That record was almost unbroken until Brock Lesnar broke it a couple years back. So it's 21-1. And you know what? Sometimes no, he can't always stay undefeated. He has some concessions here and there, but he has a great record. It's just amazing. But like I said, then his last match was with one of his big last matches was with Goldberg. This match should happen 10 years ago. You know, both him and Goldberg are in their 50s, I think close to their 60s, and it was disappointment. I think a lot of us really wanted to really see something, but it was just kind of disappointment. For some, they're both men over nearly in their 60s, and they did a good effort, but it's just this should have happened 10, 15 years ago. Goldberg versus The Undertaker, but people. This I think WWE was trying to get some ratings up, get people's attention, but it's just it wasn't happening. But like I said, he's been in and out for the last few years. You know, just it's just like I said, he's getting up there now. He's in his 50s. He's seen a lot of guys come and go. He sees a lot of his friends have gone off to better greener pastures. Some have passed away and went to the other side. You know, so he's gonna go back to Death Valley. Well, he's married to Michelle McCool in real life. I remember his second wife Sarah used to come out with him. I remember he had that tattoo on his neck with her name. He got that, and you look at it now, he don't have it anymore. I think he got it lasered off a few years ago. That's tough to get those lasers. I tell you, you got to think about those. You gonna get tattoos. This is the rule of tattoos. Never get somebody that's temporary. Don't get wives, husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends. Get somebody you know is always going to be in your life, like your mom, your kids, maybe a sibling. But never get a woman or a man that you may not be in your life forever. Anyway, I just want to wish happy trails to the Undertaker. May he rest in peace. Uh, well, like I said, it won't be the same without him because, like I said, many kids who have grew up with this man have watched him, and it just seemed like our childhood is just not the same anymore. This is your man, all the way George Page. Like, don't subscribe. I'm out, and for the taker, rest in peace. Doom, 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 doom. Bong.